All right, so here we are with Crimson Vortec. This thing has a 4.3 liter engine, very common engine for the early 2000s, even the late 90s. And tune-ups on these things need to happen more often than what they do on the newer stuff. And the reason why is the technology wasn't as good back then. Just because we have good materials doesn't mean that we have a good setup. And the way these are set up is it runs a single coil for all 6 cylinders. Eventually that coil wears out. Usually you get about 4 to 5 years, about the same as your battery, and you have to put a new coil in it. Let's take a look at what it takes to get this coil out first. So we will have some hardware to remove. 3 of these 10mm nuts, 2 of these stud style nut for the coil pack. I'll explain the coil pack here in just a little bit. So you're going to have 1 bolt here on the throttle body itself, right there. You're going to have another one down here. And then this one actually sits on this stud. So the front stud of this bracket right here will have a nut that comes down and holds your throttle cables. These do have to come loose so you can gain access to that stud. Let's take a look at this bracket. If you've already replaced it, you'll have these smaller nuts on here holding this bracket set up together. You'll have one bracket here and another one on the back side holding this all together. On this particular motor, it does have the map sensor with a heat sink. Don't touch these unless you have to replace it. And if you do, make sure you clean it off and you re-grease this with the proper grease so that this doesn't overheat. If this overheats, it goes bad. The coils, like I said, usually only last about 5 years, and you need to change these out. If you have not changed them out before, though, you'll have basically these are going to be fixed or welded in studs where you're going to have to grind the head off. That's why you see the paint is chewed away here, because at one point either myself or whoever did this had to take and grind those off to put the bolts in to hold the new coil. The reason this is so important, guys, is it is the heart of your spark. It's what delivers the spark to the distributor. The distributor then sends it out to the proper spark plug to ignite the engine. If this piece is weak or not giving proper spark, you're going to have hard starting issues. You're going to have stalling issues. It's going to be a mix of a lot of different things. Sometimes the vehicle will get hot and it'll shut off because it's not able to generate the electricity when it's hot. Sometimes it doesn't want to fire because it can't generate enough electricity off of the start to ignite the plug. These are 2 very common issues with this setup. So if you're running into one of these, make sure you guys replace that coil. Again, if you're going to do this, the best way is to replace the cap and rotor, the wires, and the plugs at the same time, basically doing a full tune-up on the engine. If you don't have time, you can just go ahead and replace the coil and do the cap and rotor at a later date and time, but those do need to be done as well. Those only have about the same life on them as the coil does, so take the time to put those parts in and your engine will run great. If you guys are liking the content, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one.